essence of structural analysis basically is to, represent, have a kind of a model, okay, or a prototype of our structure in a free body diagram. All right. Then the anticipated load that is for that particular element will be imposed on that structure. All right. Then the span or whatever, if it's beam in this case, the span, you must consider the span. Then you resolve that beam as statically determinate structure. If it's a simply supported, we will get to that. All right. So you analyze that. Now, whatever you get there, you have to get your reactions, okay, your shear force as the case may be. All right. The shear force here is also the same as your reaction in the case of statically determinate structure. All right. Then you get your moment, your maximum moment. All right. So that will now give you a clear perspective on the extent or the impact of that load, what it will result on that beam in this case. So if you're now designing, you now design reinforcement that will be able to, sustain that beam and to enable that beam perform optimally. So that is basically what analysis is all about. It's just a kind of mathematical simulation, all right, trying to look at a kind of idealization, okay, trying to look at this real life structure in